Hola chicos y chicas, here are your notes over comparatives. Remember there are two types that we're going to be discussing. We're going to be discussing comparatives or comparisons of equality to say someone or something is as blank as, or someone or something does something as blank as someone else. And we're going to be discussing comparatives or comparisons of inequality. Here we go with our comparisons of equality, and we're only using them and learning how to do them when referring to actions or qualities characteristics. So what we're not talking about is comparisons of equality when it comes to quantity of something. But here's how it goes. Here's your formula. Please carefully write this down. I have subject in parentheses because, as you know in Spanish, the subject can sometimes be left out, but of course you conjugate your verb for your subject. Then you have this word here, tan, and then it's followed by your adverb or adjective, either one. You guys know most adverbs end in mente. And you know, if you use an adjective, of course, it always has to match in number and gender with the subject that it's describing, plus como. Now, in English, this tan blank como is used to say as blank as. And it's weird for us because as is used twice, and it's the same word. But in Spanish, the first as is tan, and the second as is como. Tan blank como means as blank as. Tan blank como means as blank as. All right, so here's an example. Anna sleeps as often or frequently as Dora. So if I want to say that, I'm going to first take my subject, Anna, and then I'm going to conjugate my verb for my subject, so duerme, as, tan, blank as, over here it's going to be como, and then plus whoever you're describing or comparing it to is what I mean, Dora. And how do you say frequently? Frecuentemente. So Anna sleeps as frequently as Dora. And you've just compared Dora and Anna. Let's try another one. This mini skirt is as short as the other. From our vocab, we should know how to say mini skirt, and we know that this and these have T's, so esta mini falda is, the length is going to be a permanent characteristic of the skirt, so ser becomes s. As short as will be tan. Short for a person is bajo, but short in length is corta to match mini falda. Como. Tan blank como. Tan corta como is as short as. And the way you say the other is either el otro, or in this case to make it match, la otra. Alright, there are two examples done for you. You should have this in your notes. And I'm about to show you, if you're not done yet, press pause, 3 example sentences that I would like you to try on your own. And they must be in your notes when you show them to me for credit. So here we go. Let me do this one at a time here. My dad spends money as quickly as my mom. Spends is in our vocab, to spend. I made you guys make a note card for it. Money, you should know, and I don't know if it's vocab or not, el dinero, as quickly. You guys know, you know the adverb for quickly or fast or rapidly, as my mom. You do not have to rewrite this information because I just have it here for the sake of reference. So please do not write what I just put in an X down. And then your other example sentences I would like you to try is, this belt is as tight as the other. Use your vocab and how to say as blank as. And the ties are as nice or elegant as the suit. And of course you guys are skipping lines and making your notes very nice and neat. So one more time, let me just repeat and be very clear. You need to write this sentence in Spanish to the best of your ability. You need to write the following 2 sentences as well in Spanish to the best of your ability, and we'll check them together in class. All right, moving on to comparatives or comparisons of inequality when referring to actions or qualities characteristics. So again, we're not referring to quantities of things, but if you want to compare actions or qualities characteristics, this is your formula for doing it. You have your subject, perhaps, because subjects can be left out. You need your verb, conjugate for your subject, and then you're going to choose más o menos. Most of the time we're going to choose más. Notice it has an accent, always does. Then you can have, there in parentheses, when I put something in parentheses, it's optional, your adverb or your adjective plus K plus whatever you're comparing your subject to. We also need to beware of irregulars. We'll talk about that later, but let's write that down. Okay, here's an example sentence. Anna sleeps more than Dora, or Anna sleeps more frequently than Dora. We could say it either way. So that's why the adverb is in parentheses, because we can take it out and it's still a fine sentence. So it's just like it was before, Ana duerme, but instead of tan, now we say más. Frecuentemente is the same. Que is how you say than, and then Dora. I would like you, or actually we'll do this one together, or I'll do it right now. This shirt is prettier than the other. In English, we say prettier. There is no way to take an adjective in Spanish and add something so that it's So we actually are saying more pretty. So if I want to say this shirt, this and these have T's, it's going to be esta to match camisa. I don't know if this is vocab, but you should definitely know how to say shirt with our clothing chapter. Is prettier, S, more pretty, so más, bonita. There are other ways to say pretty. I'm just going to use bonita here. Than is que. The other, again, to match something feminine, is la otra. There are some examples for you. I also have some sentences, or at least one. Let's see what we've got. Okay, we've got 2 sentences I want you to try on your own. The first being, Anna spends less than Dora on clothing. So you're going to try that one here. You do not have to rewrite this information down again. I just have it here for reference. So what I'm boxing and about to put an X over, do not rewrite down. It's just for reference when we go over it in class. And then my other example sentence is, my family and I go shopping more often than your family. And please try that sentence here. We'll practice more in class, but when you show up and if you want credit for your notes, you will have attempted these sentences to an acceptable level of success in your notes. All right, thanks for taking your comparatives notes over equality and inequality. Don't forget to say as blank as. We say tan blank como, and there is no way to say like prettier, taller in Spanish, so they say more blank than, más, or sometimes menos, blank que. Ciao, clase.